Hi everyone, welcome back to Eurovision Fantasia. My name is Cara, and today I'm joined by Ailsha from Ireland.
Woo,
And
hello.
hello, thank you so much for joining, and thank you so much for coming today, obviously. And I really appreciate you taking the time to come and talk to me about everything. So, as we know, you're one of the contestants in Eurosong 2024, and the song. Please pronounce the song for me properly, because I don't want to get it wrong.
Good Tubman.
Beethoven, okay. And this song could be going to Eurovision and representing Ireland in Malmo. So before we start talking about everything to do with the song, Eurosong, Eurovision, can you please introduce yourself to the audience?
Sure. So my name is Ailsha. I am Irish. I am from County Wicklow. I live in Dublin. I work as a video games composer and I have a solo career as an alternative rock metal artist.
Okay, well, that is a lot. That's
It's a lot.
very, very cool. So
Thank you.
you've got the video game stuff, you've got the music stuff. Now, we're talking about music today. What made you decide you wanted to go big and go to Eurovision and obviously have to go for Eurosong in Ireland to go to Eurovision? What made you decide, you know what, I want to do that?
So, a number of friends, fans, and family members encouraged me to apply. So, I initially was releasing pop music in 2021, and I didn't really resonate with producing that myself. I wanted to go heavier and harder with my style. So, at the start of 2023, I started to release heavier kind of rock songs. And when people started to kind of notice my music in 2023, that was when the fans started to get in touch and be like, you should totally like
Mhm.
enter a song like this for Ireland for Eurosong. But I never thought it would, get through. But here we are.
We're here
So
today. You're on a little
yeah.
Zoom call right now on a Wednesday evening.
Yeah. Exactly. It's mental.
That's so cool. So obviously we're talking about your song. I'm gonna pronounce it wrong again. Let's just say your song because I don't want to
Sure, no
I don't want to
problem.
butcher it. So it's the only song in Eurosong that is also got Irish in it. Can you tell us a little bit more about like how you wrote the song and also why you decided to add some Irish into it? Because it's not we actually haven't heard it, I think, for 50 years at Eurovision. So
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right. So, the idea came to me. So, Gutobin is basically the title means suddenly.
Mhm.
And this was an Irish phrase that was drilled into us in school in Ireland, as like you know, something to put in your Irish essays halfway through is like the turning point in the story, and it's just
Okay.
something that we remember. But the song is about someone who's trying to speak in Irish, but they've forgotten all their Irish, which is something that a lot of Irish people experience because we learn Irish in school for about like I think it's like 14 years or something, only to remember like a few phrases,
Yeah, one of
So
my friends is like that.
yeah, yeah, and it's such a common thing. And I just kind of wanted to create a song with a lot of those remembered phrases, and kind of like in a very in your face way
Mhm.
get the message across that, we have this gorgeous language and it's just kind of fading in modern life.
It's very beautiful. Do you speak Irish? Are you like an Irish speaker fully?
I used to. I grew up learning Irish conversationally in what we call the Gaeltacht down like in West Kerry in Ireland. And I was awarded a Fáinne badge in secondary school, which is like if your Irish is very, very good or like borderline fluent, but just over the years it's disappeared from me, which is sad. But
It is
it used to
sad.
be very good.
Yeah, I mean, I went to Ireland actually in the summer, and I still all the signs are in Irish and in English, which is really nice to see. But then when I talked to my Irish friend, like he literally can't speak much Irish at all, which is really, really sad.
That's exactly that's it. And I mean it's like one of the lines in Gotobin is on Will Cadagum Dulgadi on Lehrus, which means can I go to the toilet? Because that was like the one thing that was really drilled into us in school. We were
Mhm.
only allowed to go to the toilet if we like asked in Irish.
Oh,
So
really? Oh, that's so
yeah, yeah, it's bizarre, but yeah, it's a sad thing that, because it's a cool language.
it is very cool. And you got the chance now to show it to the whole of Europe. And sometimes, bringing a song to Eurovision can change, like start like a movement. Maybe you go into Eurovision and you could start making Irish more mainstream now in Ireland and stuff. That would be
Exactly,
awesome.
that's the thing.
So
Yeah.
So now we'll talk a little bit about musically of the song. So you obviously mentioned how you do a lot of like rock music, but also
Mm.
in the song there's like some like wind instruments, if I hear it correctly, like
It's
the
a tin whistle.
The whistle, yeah, I'm not a musical person, just
You're fine.
we hear some other instruments in the songs as well, which kind of sound a little more like traditional compared to like the rock, but it also emerges really well together. Like it sounds really, really awesome. So what
Thank
made you
you.
decide to like do that? And what would you say are your musical influences? Because there are clearly a variety of
A
things.
lot.
Music. Yeah.
So I come from a very varied music background. My dad's a composer, and for a lot of his work, he's put the uilleann pipes with an orchestra. So that was something that always really inspired me, was that kind of fusion of like this kind of Irish music with classical. So I guess that's kind of why I did this. You know, I was like, I'm going to merge a bit of tin whistle with the metal rock music, but also um I am a Eurovision fan,
Oh.
particularly in recent years. And one of the things that inspired the tin whistle solo in Gotobin was Goa a few years
Oh,
ago,
I
and
love.
how they had their native like
Mm.
woodwind instrument. And I think it was we saw the same with Moldova last year, and I just thought, I don't think Ireland have done that with the tin whistle, especially not over
I can
metal. So I
remember.
wanted to give it a go. Yeah, yeah.
I'll talk about for a little bit later about Ireland's like sort of recent history, but it's not something you really hear from Ireland. I think people wouldn't expect it either. But it's a very cool sound, and it could be
Thank you.
great to see it on like a bigger stage and be like, look, Ireland can do this too. Ireland can do cool stuff as also.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
but obviously, Eurosong's coming up very, very soon, as we said earlier. It is on like, next Friday, so Friday the
Yes.
20, when is it? Friday
26th,
the
26th
26th,
of
yeah.
January.
I did.
Yeah.
This month has gone too fast, I swear. And it's late. It's a late show again because it
The
was
Late Late Show.
late
Yes. Yeah.
show. And obviously, I've seen like the last few years at Late Late Show, there hasn't really been much like opportunity to have a really big production on stage and everything like that. But can you tell us anything about what you're going to be bringing to the stage and how you're going to try and like put your show out there on the stage, even though often
Sure.
there's not much opportunity to really fully go all out.
So, when we wrote Gotobin and produced Gotobin, we wrote it with the Eurovision stage in mind, with all sorts of ideas for, the production, the visuals, what would be happening on stage. And so it's been a case of scaling all those ideas back for our national final on the Late Late, and just kind of getting some solid ideas that we hope will come across. We think they will. But yeah, I mean, we're excited. We're very excited about it, because we do think that our performance is going to get across a taster of what to expect were the song to get through to Malmo. So I think it'll go as we hope.
Okay, very excited to watch it actually. So I don't know how I'll watch it, but I'll figure a way out and I'll watch it on TV and we'll see what happens. Can you tell us anything more maybe about like the costume or whether we dancers or like her band or anything like that on the stage?
So I won't give too much away, but what I can say is that we're trying to deliver something a little different, I think.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of a mix of all sorts of performers. So I think it'll be very exciting, but it's a little ambitious, but I think we'll pull it off.
Okay. I'm rooting for you. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Now let's go fast forward into the future. Let's say literally next Saturday, and let's say you win Eurosong, and you get the chance to go to Eurovision. It's in Malmo this year. It's in Sweden, and you get to go to Eurovision with a song that's in Irish. You get to sing something very different to what I'd sang before. What would it mean for you if you got the chance to go to Eurovision and share your music with the world?
I mean, of course, it would be a dream come true. It would be a dream come true for my brother as well.
Mhm.
He's the person who got me into Eurovision. He had some input into the songwriting of the song. But also, I mean, the main thing really is that I'd be so proud and honored to represent Ireland with a sound that I believe is new
Mhm.
for Ireland to send.
Yeah.
A song with sounds within it that are authentic to our Irish music sound, and also our language. And you know, ultimately the song is chaotic, it's crazy, it's
Amazing.
meant to be, kind of, yeah, yeah. It's supposed to kind of show, like we're all about having the crack, like having a lot of
Yeah.
fun, and that's something I would like to come across. But it does have this important meaning to
Mm.
our country, and I think to bring all of that to the Eurovision stage in Malmo would be a big honor.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you're talking about how it's quite chaotic, lots going on. You know, the language, the sound, everything is a lot in that 3 minutes. Now, your song is a very, very big contrast to what Ireland has been sending for the last few years. Now, they haven't qualified since 2018 with to get songs called together, and since then they haven't really been doing well in Eurovision. The songs people have been saying are more like safe sort of songs. There's not really been much diversity in the sort of music, and there's nothing really that stands out compared to the other songs in Europe. And obviously your song is nothing like any other entries. Do you think that it could break the streak and get Ireland back into the Eurovision final? Because Irish fans are wanting to get back into the final, and they've not really had the best chance in recent years.
Yeah, I definitely do. I mean, as a Eurovision fan, I've paid attention to, like for example, Karia's Cha Cha Cha, last year really inspired me, like, and you could hear the whole audience like chanting along with it and
Yeah.
having fun. And I think it's time for Ireland to send a song that is fun and crazy and just has this kind of modern feel to it. We also have a very big alternative scene here musically, and it would be great to have the opportunity to represent that, because it's a big thing here in Ireland. But yeah, I feel like Gutobin has what it takes to get us back in the game, I guess.
Yeah, I mean this year, I mean everyone was saying how when all the songs of Eurosong come out, like wait, what? This is Ireland? Ireland is sending these songs to the national final? Like, hold up, what is going on? Everyone was so happy with it. I was really happy with it as well. I was like, wait, what is going on? It felt like in a way that, at least to me, that the broadcaster was listening to what the fans were wanting more, and they now got more very big, diverse sort of music range in the selection. So people clearly they're
Yeah.
listening to people, and clearly there's like a determination to try and get back into the final. And I feel like, it can happen. It can happen. You can make that happen. You could be at the final of Eurovision, being like,
Yeah.
guys, we're
Who
back.
knows?
Ireland's back. Miss us? We're back. Okay. Now, obviously, you said that you're a Eurovision fan, and I need to know. You said you like Karia, but do you have any favorite acts from Eurovision, or any just like Eurovision memories in general, like a funny
Mm.
story related to Eurovision? Because I've got a lot, but
I guess, yeah. I mean, the main thing for me and my family. So my brother got us into Eurovision in recent years because he's obsessed with Albania.
oh
He loves
really?
Albania's entries, and
Yeah.
he went on to study world music, and he now specializes in Albanian folk music. So he's a very
Okay.
cool guy. But for me, every time we watch Eurovision as a family, I'm very drawn to, like the alternative kind of,
Yeah.
songs. I usually love what Finland
Yeah.
submit. So obviously Karia, I loved Blind Channel, Dark Side a few years ago. I loved Goa.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I even liked Jedward when we submitted Jedward.
Oh
But
my.
I'm always drawn to the really fun kind of production songs. But yeah, it's just I've always loved seeing how excited my brother gets about the Eurovision every year, and as a result, we have this tradition every year where we watch it.
That's lovely. You know, Jedward. I remember when I was younger, I didn't know. I heard of Jedward, but I hadn't didn't realize they were on Eurovision. So everyone just kind of knew who they were, and then but I was like, wait, what? They were on Eurovision? Mm. And
They're-
I actually saw them at the Eurovision final. When I was like going into this room, they were just standing there. I was like,
oh,
Jedward?
really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's so
I didn't,
funny.
I didn't talk to them. I was like, wait, what? Jedward's there? Huh? Huh?
Oh, oh,
But
they're gas. Yeah, they're great fun.
you were saying you like Finland's like music you're usually. Have you heard
Yeah.
any of the songs they've put out yet so far for their national final this year? Because they've released about 5 of the songs this year. The only ones that you
Um,
like?
I deliberately wasn't looking at too
Okay.
many of the national finals after I found out that
Yeah,
I
okay.
got
Yeah, that
through,
makes
because
sense.
I was getting really nervous because my brother wanted me to, like, watch the national finals and stuff, and I was just like, Oh, I'm too scared. I'm too scared. But I'll have to check them out. I've been meaning to, and I really want to.
I mean, maybe do it after next week. That might be just like
Maybe,
maybe, yeah,
maybe.
maybe just like a little bit like next week. But I mean, so far there's nothing really like Carrier in it. There's nothing like your song, nothing like Carrier. So it's
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I'm
I'll have to check it out.
not gonna give you any more spoilers, okay? But that's all I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually all I've got to ask you today for so thank you so much for coming to the interview. I really, really appreciate you taking the time to do this, and I wish you the best of luck in the competition next Friday on Eurosong.
Thank you.
And before we leave, do you have a message you want to share with our followers and all your fans watching this video today?
I guess thank you for the support, and I really hope that you enjoy my performance at Eurosong, and I hope that I just hope you get a kick out of it. I hope you like it.